welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for August the 12th through August the 18th. This is the second time I am recording these readings. I neglected to open up the software for my mic on my computer because it's new and I'd forgotten that I had to do that. So I recorded everything without audio. Anyway, these things are sent to try us, aren't they? And it kind of worked out because I had a workshop yesterday and I would have been editing in between and I wouldn't have been there 100%. So these are going to be out and I'm going to get them up as quickly as possible. If you are new, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really hope that you come back and that you enjoy these readings. Remember, these are collective. These readings are for the collective. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't assume everything I say here relates to you or your life. If you would like a personal, more in-depth reading, I would be happy to give you that. Click on this link or go to my website, which all the links are below. These are for your sun, moon and rising, by the way, so check those out too. And the links to all the links that you need will be in the show more section below. What else? If you are returning, guys, I really appreciate your loyalty and support of my channel. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And also, if you would like to support me in another way, please check out my Patreon page. And I want to thank all my patrons. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. You can donate once or donate monthly, as little as $1 a month, and that helps me in a huge way. It helps me with equipment and getting and the time to get these videos out on time. Now, my readings come in 3 sections, and there will be skipped time stamps below in the show more section. Also, there's an intro, which is this. There is the astrology report, and after that the tarot card reading. So you will, if you're checking your sun, moon and rising, you'll be able to skip to those times. So everything is below. So without further ado, let's go to your reading, shall we? Please excuse me, I am really hot. This mic is so sensitive I can't put my fan or anything on. It's not that it's really hot, it's just extremely humid. Okay, so what's going on this week astrologically? Wow, a lot. We have this huge full moon in Aquarius. Now, full moons are when the moon and the sun are opposite each other, right? So the moon is in Aquarius and the sun is in Leo. Now, think of the Leo as the heart, right? Leo is heart-centered. It's all about love. It's all about putting love out there. And Aquarius is all about the intellect, and it's about community and humanitarianism, right? So the mind without the heart doesn't have any empathy, and the heart without the mind doesn't have any self-awareness. So when the two meet, it is a perfect coming together, and it's when you can make a decision with your mind and your heart, it's true intelligence, right? So the moon is in Aquarius, the sun is in Leo, and they are playing this seesaw game, right? I don't know about you, but I am very sensitive to full moons. First of all, I'm a Cancer, and so I'm really tuned in to the moon, and I'm a Leo rising, so this will really affect me. Now, the interesting thing about this full moon is that there are 4 planets in Leo. And Leo is a fire sign, it's passionate. And Venus is exactly conjunct, almost to the minute. Let me have a look. How many? It's 22 degrees. Yeah, there's about 20 minutes, 21 minutes between them. But they are almost on top of each other, the Sun and Venus. So this is really an accentuation of love. Now, Venus is the goddess of love, right? And relationship. But she's not all, she's not like, depending on which sign she's in. She's not like the moon that's maternal love. I mean, she can be very moody and sensual and sexual, and there's a lot of energy here, right? And there's a push-pull, so maybe some difficulty in relationships, especially we have Mars also in Leo and Mercury in Leo. And there are some squares going on. Now, squares are contentious. They're not easy aspects, right? So Mercury, all this is happening at the same time as this full moon. So Mercury is squaring Uranus. So, Mercury is the intellect. And look, Leo is about joy, having fun, the inner child, if you will, right? So it's about allowing that to come out. It's about really enjoying yourself. It's such a beautiful energy, all 4 planets, but they are, Leo is a fixed sign, right? So you may need to look at where you are digging your heels in. Can you give a little? Something's got to give with these squares because the moon is also square to Uranus at the same time. So there's got to be some give and take here. Something will give along the way. We don't know what, because Aquarius is a fixed sign, and with the 4 planets in Leo, that's more fixed energy. So there's a lot of, head-butting, right? There's a lot of head-butting. And Uranus is in Taurus. So that's another fixed sign. So there's all this, contentious energy going around this week. So we really need to kind of take a moment and go heart-centered. Put love first. Try to put joy out there. Really enjoy yourself. Do your best to enjoy yourself. It may be difficult with all these aspects happening. We also have Jupiter square to Neptune. That's a whole other story. It's not exact, but yes, that's approaching. Now, we're also feeling this Sunday, the 11th, Jupiter stationed direct, right? So that means he stands still. Jupiter's a male. He stands still, and he's about to go forward. This, in September, I'm just going to quickly mention that in September, October, November, things are really going to speed up. Look, Mercury is already speeding up. It's going fast. So we're going to feel that momentum going forward. So, good energy is ahead. And this is really good that Jupiter's going forward. Things will pick up momentum. We'll start to feel that fast energy, and we'll feel that we're finally getting somewhere, because we've had so many planets in retrograde. And of course, Uranus has just, went retrograde at the same time as Jupiter went forward. With Uranus kind of rules, is in the sky. It's like lightning, it's thunder, it's kind of, up there. Taurus, it's in the sign of Taurus. So Taurus is pulling it towards the earth, right? That's, a lot of stuff is happening with our planet right now. Now, what I will say about Uranus going retrograde, I feel that it will give us a little reprieve to, it will go direct in January 2020. So we can prepare for that time for it to go direct in January. So it's going to give us a little kind of, reprieve, if you will. And it'll kind of, as it goes backwards, you will have a chance to prepare, to put to cross your T's and dot your I's. And I just want to mention this with Jupiter station direct. So Jupiter is to standstill, right? It's really slowed down, ready to go direct because it's been retrograde. So when this happens, all the qualities of Jupiter will be amplified. So, listen, Jupiter is the planet of abundance. And so, of course, our ego is going to really play into that. But I do want to mention, right, that when Jupiter goes direct and with all, Jupiter just enhances and expands whatever you're focused on. So really be cautious. Whatever you focus on and what you believe, what you plan for, this is a really good time to make intentions. It really is a great time to write things down, to be really clear about where you're going, what you want, and how you want to do it. Because if you're focusing on that, Jupiter will expand that for you. So be really, if you're focused on the problem and being mired and being stuck and terrible things happening, well, then that will expand. So keep that in mind. Hello, Aries, and welcome to the tarot card section of your reading for August the 12th through August the 18th. And I have shuffled these. I'm just going to make an intention. These are for Aries. Aries, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aries for this coming week? This is the second time. Oh, and what's lovely is it's Sunday today, and Jupiter is stationing direct. We need to focus on positivity, darling. Whatever we focus on will expand. Okay, 3 cards for Aries, please. There's one. Oh, 2. One more card for Aries. One more card. Oh, you've got 2 more cards. Okay. Aries. Okay, these are... We're going to go to the clarifying cards. And the clarifying cards for Aries, please. I was in a lovely meditation there. It was hard for me to come out. Aries. What wonderful guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aries for this coming week? Please clarify. Oh, please clarify. Aries, please. And please clarify. Oh. There it is. Oh, wow. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so... Oh, lovely. Okay. Let's look at your card, shall we? Okay. The first card out for you is the 9 of Swords. Then you have the World card, clarifying it. The next card out is the Empress card, and clarifying the Empress is the Lovers card. Then you have the 4 of Cups, the 3 of Cups right next to it, and clarifying that is the 5 of Wands. Okay, Aries, here we go. Now, this is the Nine of Swords. This is like worry and stress. And it's kind of going over and over the worst case scenario in your head. And this will bring on sleepless nights because you're just worrying and going over all the issues. Darling, it is so important right now, particularly this week with Jupiter will expand whatever we are focused on. Right? So we need to make sure that we are focused on positivity and optimism and plans that we can, successful plans that we can see a lucrative end to in all areas of our life, abundance. So it's very important, oh, it's a little too high there. It's very important to focus on that. And look, clarifying it, you have the world, and the world is about a new beginning, going in a different direction, changing the way you perceive life or the way you behave or the way you act. This is like a new beginning, a new direction. It could even mean, your life purpose. It's interesting. A lot of people are being kind of, I want to say, forced. The cosmos is forcing people almost to follow their life purpose. There's kind of an urgent call out there for people to get involved in raising the vibration of ourselves and those around us and the planet. Now the next, one last thing, the universe, God, however you articulate your belief system, is supporting you in this change. Then you have, look, darling, this is Venus, and we have that Sun conjunct Venus, right? And in Leo, this is like creativity, this is abundance, this is sensuality. Get in touch with your feminine side. Even if you're male, it's important to bring that divine feminine out right now. And it's almost like we want to kind of spiritualize our sexuality, if you like. Raise yourself up in your glorious femininity. And clarifying that is the Lovers card. You see, you've got the traditional lovers, the archetypal lovers that are both in in Leo, and Mars and Venus, right? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. So you have this wonderful opportunity for a union. And being heart-centered, because Leo's all about putting the heart first and being heart-centered. So this is focusing on that wonderful love and bringing it to a higher spiritual calling, if you like. So I say the Lovers card. This is the Two of Cups, but it's also known as the Lovers card. It's the other version of the Lovers card. It's reflecting yourself in someone else. It's seeing yourself. It's being one. We are all one. Now, the next cards you have the Four of Cups, and right next to the Four of Cups, you have the Three of Cups. Now, excuse me, the Four of Cups is a distraction, not being in the moment. And you may be missing a gift. Sometimes the gift can be in the form of a lesson, right? And when we look, this is like being disappointed about how things have worked out or what has happened. And look, sometimes things don't work out. Look, I recorded 12 videos, right? And it was many hours. It was 5.5 hours of recording that I put into it. And afterwards I found out it was, and then it took me a while to upload them. And then I found out there was no audio. And what am I going to do? I'm going to sit there and be distracted about that? No, I had to just move on and let it go. And I had to look at the lesson. The lesson is pay attention, Mary, and get your software together. And also I had to look at the benefit, the cloud in the silver lining. You know, I was at that workshop yesterday and I was able to be 100% present and to interact and to network and socialize with these like-minded people. So it was a gift, right? Didn't feel like it at the time. But it was. So celebrate the magic in every moment. You have the Three of Cups there. So even if things feel like a failure or they didn't work out, celebrate, you know, what else did that bring into it? Like for me, it brought me into the present moment yesterday, where every chance I got, if those videos had worked out, I'd have been editing and freaking out and trying to upload them and been totally distracted, right? I would have been distracted and I wouldn't have seen the gift. But I was lucky. I was in the Three of Cups and I was able to be 100% present. You know, we have to look at the gifts in life. And look, you have the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands, I think for some of you, this can be an internal conflict. For others, this, you know, sometimes this is a conflict at work and you are being asked not to ignore it, but to handle it in a creative way, in a non-confrontational way. Sometimes these little things were like, oh, I can't be bothered. But it's really important. The thing is when we resolve conflicts with others in a creative and good feeling way, our relationships with people get deeper and we feel elated that we got over that and we were able to get to the other side of it. And because of that, our bond got stronger and our relationship became more meaningful. This can be, you know, like being a team player, being a problem solver, right? And being able to get to a higher plane. Aries, this is a lovely, lovely reading. Just remember, focus on the haves, not the have-nots. Stay away from worry, stress. Listen, I always go with, you know, I always think of Gone with the Wind and Scarlett O'Hara, and she goes, oh, I'll worry about that tomorrow. I don't think she sounded anything like that. In my mind, I sounded like her, okay? Aries, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends and family and social media if you can, because I really lost a lot of subscribers and I'm trying to make up, and that would really help my channel grow and I would so appreciate it. And please comment. I answer every comment and I love interacting with you guys. That's what I'm here for. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all and I'll see you next week.